जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I'll request our chairman to welcome Dr. Mahapatra with a shawl and a bouquet. Now we will have ceremonial lighting of lamp. Good afternoon to everyone. I think it's very tough to start a day when you see that for unavoidable reasons the chief guest is not able to come. And at last minute you have to request another dignitary to kindly come to our important event, FAI important event which we are celebrating today. I begin by saying how grateful we are to Dr. Trilochan Mahapatra ji, who is the Director General of the Indian Council of Agriculture Research and Secretary there. Sir, I have no words to express our thanks and our gratitude. You have always been kind and considerate to the industry, to all the issues which we always flag as an expert apex national body on agriculture and use of inputs. So with these words, again, we welcome you, sir. Our minister was supposed to be with us, and we have been in touch with him also and his office also. So everything was at place. Unfortunately, all of a sudden, because of the business in the Lok Sabha got adjusted, his bill has come. He has spoken to me also twice in the morning. Still, let's hope if he can join. The Rajya Sabha has been adjourned, but this bill is in the Lok Sabha. And as you know, he heads two very important departments, Fertilizer and Chemicals, and he is also the Minister of Health. He has been coming to our annual seminar since 2016. He has been the chief guest for last 3 years, and today we are looking forward to him for our chief guest for the 4th year. Anyhow, let's hope for the best if he can join us, but he has requested kindly go ahead with your program, and we'll do that. I also welcome, apart from Dr. Mahapatra ji, chairman of the FAI who is on the dais, all industry veterans whom I can see, FAI board members, eminent guests from the Department of Fertilizers, from the Ministry of Agriculture, and we have good number of people from the media, all distinguished delegates. You know, we have kept the number deliberately as minimum as possible, though COVID instructions and guidelines permitted us to fill up this hall, but we said we will do it only 50%. So in addition to the delegates who are physically present in this hall, there are about 600 delegates who are watching the proceedings live through the virtual platform. Well, with these words, again welcome to the FAI annual seminar. And again I extend a very special welcome to the delegates across the globe. I think all of us know, maybe some of who are joining for the first time and doesn't know much about FAI. FAI is a 66 years old organization. This was incorporated in Hyderabad in 1956 and then moved to Delhi in 1958. I was just going through the papers and I can recollect that the companies which had promoted the FAI includes inter alia the DCM, the Tata Iron and Steel, Hyderabad Chemicals and Fertilizers, now known as Rahalitullah Group, Perry and Company, now known as Coromandel Group. These are just to name a few. These were the visionary people who had seen the importance of the fertilizer sector in the years to come. And the testimony to that is that when the FAI was formed, our total consumption of chemical fertilizer was not even 2 lakhs. And last year we did 670 lakhs, 67 million tons. So salute to these visionary peoples. Now we know that as far as the industry is concerned, if you look at just as the raw material we don't have and we import them. But at the same time, we are the biggest importer of raw material and fertilizer, and we feel that should be our strength and we should use it to the maximum. I wanted to say so many things to our Honorable Minister, but unfortunately, as we know, he is not with us. So we keep on communicating with him, and we will communicate what we wanted to say in our next meeting with him. Now, if you look at the fertilizer industry during the last 2 years, last year, as we know, we had faced an unknown enemy, COVID. And last year, our track record has been excellent. Last year, we produced the maximum, we imported the maximum, and we sold the maximum. Last year, the total sale which had taken place was 9% higher than what we did year before that. And if you look at the government, they fully supported us. And we got a record subsidy which is meant for the farmers. And we from the industry transferred this subsidy to the farmers. We were responsible for transferring this subsidy last year to the extent of 1,32,000 crores in cash. This is unprecedented and historic. Well, we hope during this year probably we will be breaking this record also.
I heartily welcome in absentia our Honorable Minister, Sri Mansukh Mandavia ji, our Minister of State, Sri Bhagwant Kubaji, Secretary Fertilizers, Mr. Chaddha ji. A very special and hearty welcome to Dr. Mahapatra, Secretary there and Director General ICAR. A big hand for him, please. Thank you. All the former chairmen of FAI, industry veterans, the Director General of FAI, Satish Chander ji, my colleagues on the FAI board, eminent guests from the Department of Fertilizers, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and other government departments, members of the diplomatic corps, friends of the media, Your Excellencies and distinguished delegates. I also extend a very special welcome to delegates participating virtually from the respective places across the world. Your being with us today is a great source of encouragement for all of us and marks the beginning of a successful seminar. While we conduct this seminar every year without fail, it is not just another event. It is by far the largest gathering of policymakers, industry, trade, technology, and sharing of best practices, which distinguishes this eventful seminar. Even in this hybrid model, the seminar does not lose its luster and attraction. On behalf of the entire fertilizer industry, I take this opportunity to place on record our deep gratitude to the honorable ministers and the government officials for the tireless efforts throughout the year in addressing the issues of this sector promptly. These are difficult times due to COVID, which continues to affect all economic activities. There has also been a sharp rise in international prices of fertilizers and raw materials. The government has responded with alacrity to mitigate challenges in ensuring supply of fertilizers across the country. This encourages the domestic industry to work closely with the government and make all efforts to ensure availability of fertilizers for farmers with the domestic production and imports. Timely action by the government by way of enhanced subsidy has helped to avoid a potential breakdown. Indian agriculture continues to face a number of challenges. It suffers from low crop productivity, low nutrient and water use efficiency, inefficient use of agri inputs, and poor adoption of improved farm practices. Climate change, leading to extreme weather conditions in many areas, has compounded the problems of the agricultural sector. The silver lining is that these challenges also bring into focus vast opportunities. We can adopt a balanced and integrated nutrient management, efficient water management, appropriate cropping systems, and better agricultural practices to achieve the national goal of sustainable agriculture, and more importantly, optimum use of precious natural resources of soil, water, and plant nutrients. The other end of the spectrum of opportunities, we can become a large exporter of food while bringing down the cost of production. There has been an unusual spurt in international prices of fertilizers during the current year. Our huge dependence on import, especially for P&K fertilizers and raw materials, has created supply constraint to some extent. Government on its part has done its best to insulate the farmers from increase in fertilizer prices of both urea and NPK fertilizers. But constraints in availability and their high prices have been challenging both for the government and the industry. This has brought the importance of self-reliance, Atmanirbharta, into sharp focus. And if all of you kind of recall, that in all the decades that we've been actually asking for this, the domestic industry self-reliance. We have to strengthen the domestic industry to make it healthy and resilient to meet the challenge of ensuring fertilizer security in the country. The industry has its own set of challenges. The urea sector continues to suffer due to continued under-recovery of both fixed and variable costs. Firstly, the issue of minimum fixed costs has badly affected the viability of 3 large urea units with a reassessed capacity of 4.3 million tons annually. If this minimum fixed cost had been paid as originally envisaged in the modified NPS 3, it would have meant an implication of only 176 crore per year for this big unit. Return section. Further, increasing minimum fixed cost would also increase the viability of production of another 4 million tons beyond the reassessed capacity. This part of production is now paid a minimum fixed cost of 1,635 rupees per metric ton. An increase in fixed cost by only 665 rupees per metric ton to bring it to 2,300 rupees as envisaged before would have had an implication of only 266 crore per annum. This is, however, crucial for the country when every extra ton of production would avoid imports and save huge subsidy, as this production is always paid lower than prevailing import price. The energy consumption norms, which were revised in 2018, almost immediately after revision of these norms in 2015. Despite earlier policy assurances of not mopping up any savings due to any energy reduction carried out by the industry, it has also affected the urea units adversely. There are some units which are still in the process of implementing energy saving schemes, but were hit by delays due to the pandemic and other challenges. These units also deserve a leeway in energy norms by suitable actions of the time. The issue of revision of fixed cost, which was stagnant for over 13 years since 2008-2009, remains a serious concern for urea units. While fixed costs have actually gone up significantly, the recognition and reimbursement of such increased costs has not taken place. It also does not take into account large investments made in recent years in energy reduction projects and plant reliability expenditure. Savings due to reduction in energy consumption, on the other hand, have been mopped up. The energy norms revision in 2008 amounted to mopping up of more than 2,800 crore per annum from an industry which is already reeling from huge losses. But no provision was made to service the capital investment made in the energy saving and reliability projects. Enhanced capital related costs should legitimately be reflected in fixed cost reimbursement. It will only be appropriate to link a revision in fixed cost to a suitable price index. Such a revision is overdue and cannot brook any further delay. If the urea sector has to continue to serve the country, the reliable, low-cost production and supplies. It's pertinent at this point to mention that 50% of the urea units under the existing policy are operating under loss. The profit after tax as a percentage of net worth for the urea industry as a whole is negative at -8.5% for the year 2019-20 and -5.2% for the year 2020-21, even after providing for the nominal increase in fixed costs of 350 rupees as approved in March 2020 under the modified NPST policy.
21. Fertilizer Statistic provides a wealth of information. This is the 66th edition, and it is annually updated. And I will not exaggerate by saying this is considered a Bible for the fertilizer sector. The second publication is Specialty Fertilizers and Micronutrient Statistics, which is again a 10th edition. The importance of secondary micronutrients to obtain desired growth in agriculture can hardly be overemphasized. This statistics provides the latest information on all the specialty fertilizers and micronutrient products. And the third and last publication to be released is Biofertilizer Statistics. Biofertilizers are integral part of our nutrient management. It supplements the mineral fertilizers, and for enriching the soils, the biofertilizer statistics is published to provide latest information related to production, consumption, and other related information regarding the biofertilizers in the country. Now I request our Director General to announce the to-be awards given today.
Now we come to a very important part of our inaugural session, that is the awards of excellence which we give every year in various areas of production, environment, safety, agriculture sciences, research, and then there are two special awards which have been instituted by IFCO known as Dr. U.S. Awasthi Award. So this is the 5th year when these awards will be given. And before we start the distribution of the awards, two important things I need to mention. One is that our Honorable Minister of State, he was supposed to be with us, and he has specifically conveyed that because of some unavoidable reasons, and he felt very sorry for it that he is not with us today. But he said he has conveyed his good wishes, so we thank him also, and we will. The second announcement is that our secretary, because of very urgent marriage in his family, he is away in Madhya Pradesh, but he is coming back specifically today evening, and tomorrow morning he will be chairing the first technical session, the policy session, which he will be doing from Delhi. So these are the two important announcements I thought I must make. Now the next, we come to FAI Awards. Now ladies and gentlemen, Indian fertilizer industry has shown its resilience during pandemic. The production of fertilizer achieved new height and high operational efficiency. FAI annually recognizes the efforts of the plant management for their untiring efforts. The awards are being given in the areas of fertilizer production, safety, environment, and technical innovation in the plants. Transfer of improved farm technologies, information technology and communication, and production, promotion and marketing of biofertilizers, organic fertilizers, city compost, micronutrients, and other specialized fertilizers. Excellence is also recognized in research and development and nutrient use efficiency to realize full potential of inputs. We have individual as well as institutional awards. There are 28 awards for companies, 3 for individual scientists, FAI Lifetime Achievement Award, and 2 US Awasthi Iffco Awards. 1 for Lifetime Achievement in the Agriculture, Development and Research, and 2nd for Lifetime Achievement in field of fertilizer industry. There are 8 awards for individuals for contributing best articles in FAI journals. Some of the awards may not be possible to be conferred in person. I request the recipient of awards to maintain social distance and be quick while receiving these awards. And now I request the Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Mahapatra ji and Chairman FAI to please come forward for distribution of award. So we start with the first award, the most prestigious and important. Fertilizer maximum production in the country, more than 24 million tons. And for the best performing UER plant for the year 2020-21, they are joint winners. The first winner is Iffco Amla, and the award will be received by Mr. Rakesh Puri, Senior Executive Director. I will also call the other joint winner. I will also call the other joint winner, that is Chambal Fertilizer and Chemicals Limited, Vadepan 3, and the award will be received by Mr. Ajay Tyal, Assistant Vice President Maintenance. Mr. Tyal. Next we come to DAP, NP, NPK's complex fertilizer plants. We have 20 operating plants, and the special award goes to Rashtriya Chemical and Fertilizer Limited. They are continuously getting this award, so they will again get a special award. And the award will be received by Sri S.D. Garikar, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of the Rashtriya Chemical and Fertilizer Limited. The winner for this DAP, NP, NPK plant is Indorama Private Limited, and the award will be received by Mr. Harish Nair, Chief Commercial and Finance Officer, Indorama. announce the next award so that the recipient can come and be ready. Next will be single superphosphate, and the winner is Ramakrishna Rasayan, Pune. The award will be received by Mr. J.K. Prakash, President and CFO of the company. Next we come to the improvement in overall performance of a company. The next award is improvement in overall performance of a company. Again there is a joint winner. The award, first winner is Iffco Kalol, and the award will be received by DG Inamdar, Senior Executive Director, Mr. Inamdar. And the other joint winner is Kripco Fertilizer Limited, Shahjahanpur, and the award will be received by Mr. N.K. Agarwal, General Manager, ONM. Mr. N.K. Agarwal from Kripco. Next we come to the Technical Innovation Award. This is for in-house process modification in the existing plants, and the winner is Chambal Fertilizer and Chemical Limited, Gadepan, for their innovation in solving long-term problem of high pressure in low pressure decomposition section, and the award will be received by Mr. Bipul Mathur, Deputy General Manager, Urea. The runner-up for the Southern Petrochemicals, runner-up for this award is SPIC for their innovation in waste heat recovery through hybrid VAM for the sucking chilling of thin gas. And the award is being received by Mr. E. Balu, who is the Chief Operating Officer. This year we have instituted a new award. This is known as Research, Development and Innovation Award, which is done outside plants, outside normal work. And the award, I'm sure you will guess it, the award goes to Iffco for their innovation work on development of nano urea. And the award will be received by Dr. Ramesh Ralia, General Manager, Research and Development. I think this should be a game changer. Now next we come to awards for excellence in safety, and the special award for safety goes to RCF. And again I'll request Chairman and Managing Director RCF, Mr. S.C. Mudgerikar, to kindly come and take this award, and thereafter I'll call the winner. Next will be the winner, that is Chambal Chemical and Fertilizer Limited, Gadepan, and Mr. Sanjay Agarwal will receive the award. The winner, Mr. Sanjay Agarwal, will receive the award for excellence in safety. Runner-up for the safety award is Yara Fertilizer India Private Limited, Babrala, and the award will be received by Mr. Khemraj Tureja, General Manager, Maintenance. Next we come to the Environment Protection Awards, and we have for the urea plants, the runner is Mangalore Chemicals and Fertilizer Limited, and the award will be received by Mr. Saha, Mr. Subrata Saha, the Managing Director. This award is for Environment Protection Award. The runner-up for the urea fertilizer plant for environment is Kripco, and the award will be received by Mr. Rajan Chaudhary, Managing Director, Kripco. other joint runner-up for this award is again Chambal Chemical and Fertilizer Limited, Gadepan, and Mr. Amit Goyal, Senior Manager Process, will receive this award. Mr. Goyal. There is a special award for NPK complex fertilizer plants with captive acid. There is a special award and it goes to IFCO Paradeep, and the award will be received by Mr. R.K. Pandey, General Manager Production. Mr. Pandey. And the other joint winner of this special award is Paradeep Phosphate Limited, Paradeep, and this award will be received by Mr. Karnab Bhattacharya, Chief Manufacturing Officer, Mr. Bhattacharya. So these are the two plants opposite to each other in Paradeep, and both of them get Enviro Protection Award. For NPK complex fertilizer plants without captive acid, and the winner is IFCO Kandla. And the award will be received by Mr. O.P. Dhyama, who is the Executive Director, IFCO. The next award is in the environment for single super phosphate plants. Special award goes to Indorama Private Limited, and award will again be received by Mr. Harish Nair, Chief Commercial and Finance Officer from Indorama. And the winner for this award, other than special award, is Khitan Chemicals and Fertilizer Limited. I request Mr. Kishore Shekhani, Vice President Production, to kindly receive this award for the single super phosphate plant at Nimrani. So with this we come to an end of Production, Environment and Safety and Innovation Awards. Now we come to awards for the best video film. The award for the best video film goes to Chambal Fertilizer and Chemicals Limited, New Delhi, for their film Swasth Nidra Swasth Jeevan, and the trophy and certificate will be received by Dr. Naresh Prasad, Deputy General Manager, Dr. Naresh Prasad. And the runner-up award for the best video film goes to Kripco, Noida, for their film Smart Kheti Apnaye Khushiyan Bajaye. And Marketing Director Dr. V.S. Sirohi will receive the trophy and certificate for runner-up award for best video film. Now we come to the organics now, and award for production, promotion and marketing of biofertilizer. We have combined all the organics together, biofertilizer, organics, decomposed, etc. And the winner for this award is Rashtriya Chemical and Fertilizer Limited. And this award again goes to the, I think, third award to RCF. Mr. S.C. Mutkerikar, Chairman and Managing Director, will receive this award. Next, we come to FAI Award for Innovation Work on Transfer of Improved Farm Technology. Sir, we have come to agriculture side now. Transfer of Improved Farm Technology, and special award goes to IFCO. And the award will be received by Mr. Yogendra Kumar, Director Marketing, IFCO. The winner for this award, this normal winner for the award is the Advanced Group. That's a group of Zuari, MCFL, PPL, Bangalore, and the award will be received by Mr. KK Singh, who is the Group Head Agriculture Sciences and R&D. Mr. KK Singh. Then, sir, we come to award for promotion and marketing of micronutrients in India. A lot of emphasis is now given both by the government and ICAR. And the special award for promotion and marketing of micronutrients in India goes to Iffco New Delhi. And the trophy and certificate will be received by Mr. Abhimanyu Rai, State Marketing Manager. Mr. Rai. And the winner for this award is Rashtriya Chemical and Fertilizer Limited, Mumbai. Trophy and certificate will be received again by Mr. S.C. Mutkerikar, Chairman and Managing Director, RCA. You will have to hire somebody to carry your awards. Now, sir, we will announce the awards for individual scientists who have done outstanding work. And the FAI Award for Excellence in Outstanding Research in Plant Nutrition is sponsored by Madin, and award carries a cash prize of 2 lakhs, gold medal and recitation, and will be received by Dr. N.B. Prakash, Dean, College of Agriculture, University of Agriculture Sciences, GKVK, and is from Bangalore University. Dr. N.B. Prakash. Next, sir, we have an award again sponsored by Madin. And this is FAI Award for Outstanding Doctoral Research in Fertilizer Usage, and winner is Dr. Abhijit Sarkar, Division of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry, ICAR, IARI, New Delhi. Dr. Abhijit Sarkar, and award carries a cash prize of 1 lakh, gold medal and citation. The next award is dedicated for use of potassium, and this is known as IPI FAI Award for promoting balanced and integrated fertilizer with emphasis on potassium. And the winner is Dr. A.S. Panwar, Dr. N. Ravishankar, Dr. M. Shamim, Dr. Raghavendra Singh, and 2 more, ICR, IIFCR Modipuram. And the award carries a cash prize of 2 lakhs, gold medal and citation. With this, we have completed as far as all awards of production and promotion and research are concerned. We have an award for Lifetime Achievement Award, which is given to the best employee of the FAI. And this award this time again goes to an agriculture scientist from FAI, Dr. R.K. Tibetia, Director Agriculture Sciences of FAI, for overall excellence, dedication and contribution in soil and plant nutrients. Sir, awards for the best articles we are not distributing. I am sure you are tired, so they are displayed here and they can be collected. With this, we are left only with the 2 awards, sir. And 1 award you will have to give physically, other will be given in absentia. And this is Dr. U.S. Awasthi Award. And first we will have the award in the field of agriculture. Dr. U.S. Awasthi Iffco Award for Lifetime Achievement in the field of agriculture research and development for the year 2020-21 is conferred on Dr. Kishan Lal Chaddha for his lifetime contribution to the outstanding work in advancement of agriculture sciences. This award, you know, is the cash prize of 25 lakhs, gold medal and citation. And I'm sure you know that the chief guest has been involved as a jurist in the earlier years in the selection of the award, both these awards, Dr. U.S. Awasthi Award. I am sure, sir, this year you are not there, but you will definitely endorse the selection of the jury. Padam Shri, I'll just read out the brief citation. Padam Shri Dr. K.L. Chaddha, most decorated scientist in the field of horticulture, and this is the first time we are giving in the field of horticulture. Did his PhD from ICAR New Delhi. Position held by Dr. Chaddha include National Professor Horticulture, Deputy Director General ICAR, Horticulture Commissioner, and MD National Horticulture Board, Government of India. Dr. Chaddha steered policy, planning, research and development of horticulture in India for almost 5 decades. He was instrumental in upgrading research infrastructure, developing courses, curricula for undergraduate and postgraduate levels to suit changing needs of horticulture. Dr. Chaddha used his excellent organizational research and development capabilities in promoting technology-based horticulture crop production, which brought paradigm shift in the horticulture R&D in India, catalyzing fast growth and bringing the sector to the national focus in achieving food and nutritional security, employment generation and improving income of small and marginal farmers. Contribution made by Dr. Chaddha figured prominently in India, witnessing a horticulture revolution with the production of 330 millions, more than 12 times the increase in 1950-51. I am sure all of you are aware that Dr. Chaddha is recipient of a large number of awards and honors for outstanding contribution in agriculture and horticulture. First and foremost is the conferment of Padma Shri in 2020-21 by President of India. Other most significant awards include Dr. B.P. Pal Memorial Award, Om Prakash Bhasin Award and Norman Borlaug Award. Now this award has been presented, and with this few words I'll request the chief guest and the chairman to be kindly seated, because there are no more physical presentation of award. I'll request Dr. Chaddha to say a few words, and thereafter we will give one award, Dr. U.S. Awasthi, the other award in absentia to Dr. Amit Roy, and that will be given in absentia. So the chief guest and the chairman kindly be seated. And
good afternoon. I profusely thank the FAI for conferring on me the Iffco US Awasthi Award for lifetime achievements in agriculture, research and development. It is just a coincidence that after my MSc, I joined ICAR headquarters for a couple of months before joining PID and IRA. And the first thing I was confronted with is Mr. Alexander, editor-in-chief of Fertilizer News. And he requested me and my boss whether we could contribute some articles on fertilizer use in horticulture crops. We immediately agreed, and you will be surprised to know that I contributed 16 articles in 1960, 61, 62, virtually a monthly job. Even wanted to publish them as a book, but I told them that there is very little in fertilizer use in horticulture crops. And you will have to be contented with whatever we have given, which was primarily organic in nature. The second thing which I would like to say is, I got several positions in which I would lay emphasis on fertilizer trials for perennial crops, which are complex and difficult. These were I was Chief of Horticulture for Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh, with 9 regional centers between 64 and 69. And everywhere I got at that time, the varietal trials and fertilizer trials on about 15 crops. I would not like to go more, Then I was a national coordinator, second in the line, and I got fertilizer trials on a coordinated basis in all the centers belonging to subtropical fruits and also temperate fruit. And finally, I was director of the ICAR, where trials on oxylime and then pineapple. So the point I meant was that I joined as a person close to FAI, and I'm living as a person close to FAI. This is the point I meant. I have 35 peer-reviewed publications in the journals. I feel from the awards which are announced, the fertilizer research in tree crops has to change. And I think even though the fertilizer research in India is encouraging micronutrients, also biofertilizers and also others, I think the integrated fertilizer management is not receiving the type of importance which it requires. And unless we give it systematically, we will lose on to organic farming entirely. Coming to horticulture, I will take 2 more minutes because I am taking the minister's time. So, when 57 years back, I decided that I will work for horticulture. When I joined the BSc with major in horticulture.
I'm trying to feed even the global population wherever required, whenever required. So we need to see this positivity more clearly in our thinking process, in all our deliberations, in our policy making, and while planning for future, to define new pathways for technology development, their delivery and use by stakeholders, and particularly in our case, the farmers of the country. When I say that fertilizers have already delivered on the expectations, we certainly had achieved quite a bit in the front, and we continue to achieve. Is it that we want to be satisfied with? Obviously not. And we have many fronts to conquer, to advance, to achieve, and in the process contribute to the well-being of the country and the farmers. Food production, we have done pretty well. Horticulture production, Dr. Chaddha, the award winner today, highlighted how much horticulture production has been realized, where we stand. I'm not going to repeat, but it's a tremendous achievement. Tremendous achievement. Cannot be undermined. And that's what we see often. We forget these achievements. And contribution of various sectors of our economy has been tremendous. When we say that our food needs should be more than 400 million tons by 2050, our nutrient needs would also increase and might be about 60 million tons. And you all know, being largely from industry and some of you from the academia, from research, and that's the kind of requirement we would have by 2050. At the current level, when we are producing about 17 million tons, you may correct me, Satish ji. Yes, nutrient. This is nutrient, not fertilizer. I'm importing maybe around 10.5 million tons, mostly NPK. So that is the gap when we talk of, Satish was talking about import substitution. That's what Honorable Prime Minister keeps emphasizing. Where do we stand? And where we would like to go? And how much we can go in a particular time frame. And Rajuji was mentioning that with regard to particularly P and K, and what are the real bottlenecks? So some of the aspects were mentioned, and we were in Chintan severe discussions in different groups. We have deliberated at length in which direction we should move. What are the prime needs of the country in policy making so that we can move in a graded fashion to attain the targets? Maybe 20%, 50%, 75%, 100% in a particular time frame. A lot of deliberations has happened. And many of those ideas have been crystallized. I will not go into those details. This is a long presentation, group-wise. But few points I'd like to emphasize and highlight. That when we say import substitution, P and K, what are the roles of alternatives that we talk about? Potassium source, the biological sources, the other non-biological sources. I believe Iffco is already working on that, on the biological source of potassium, and there are some deliberations happening. There's already something on the ground, but it's a long way to go. Phosphatic fertilizers, rock phosphate, discussing for a long time. Any other alternative? The sources, renewable, non-renewable, nitrogen. Thanks to Iffco again, bringing nano, and for which they were recognized today. And congratulations to Awasthi ji, not only he is here, but spearheading whole sector in terms of nano urea. So that's something remarkable. And I'm told about producing nano urea to the tune of covering about 2 million hectares. And that's something in a very short time. So Honorable Prime Minister, it was mentioned that in August 15th address emphasized that if we can reduce chemical fertilizer use by 15-20%, mention was made about integrated nutrient management practices. 25% through integrated nutrient management practice, we should have organic That's what is recommended, but not in practice. But overall, the fertilizer use is so less. The chemical use is so less. There's a great deal of disparity in this country in terms of fertilizer use, in terms of balanced use of fertilizers. Issues are quite diverse. I will not go into those details and give you a very long lecture because you know most of it. And your own data, Satish says 85% of our fertilizer going to 90 districts, around that. Little change over a period of 1 year or so. And 15% going to rest of the districts. And then the kind of ratio, NPK ratio, northwest plain zone of India, productivity quite high, but see the unbalanced use of fertilizers in this zone. So the concern is what as a scientist we realize, not more of use of chemical fertilizers, but more of unbalanced use of fertilizers, misuse of fertilizers, not as per requirement, not as and when it is required, they are being applied. So obviously, the nitrogen use efficiency to the tune of 30-40%, and rest polluting environment and so on and so forth, in soil degradation, whatever of other things happening. So issues are different. So despite that, if we can address those negatives as they are happening, probably we will be able to address the problems that we see. But it's a long way to go again, and it requires massive campaigns. And I solicit your help and cooperation in this. Two, that if we come together, use our machinery in terms of creating massive awareness with regard to balanced use of fertilizers and use of fertilizers as per recommendation, as and when required, and also at appropriate levels, that would bring a massive change in terms of achieving productivity levels, bridging the gaps which is talked about very often. So this is what, on my message today, that can we, FAI and all together, do this, not just bringing publications and through that promoting this, but going beyond that, going to the farmers and then creating that. I believe IFFCO is already doing partly, and that's a huge gap, and we need to really fill this gap in this sector and do more than that. The second important point is that when we talk of these deficiencies in terms of soils, we are promoting organic agriculture. Not more than 3 million hectares at this point. We have a long way to go, but niche areas are, in certain cases, are identified, but we need to identify more such area. But today we are discussing that we have now categorization into organic, inorganic, and then the nano. And if we can go in that direction with further deliberation, building enough evidence that so little nano, eliminating the concerns of large-scale chemical use or misuse rather, or underuse, not using fertilizer in an integrated manner, So addressing those concerns through nano, what extent? In case of micronutrients, the use efficiency is so low. You all know. Less than 6% or 8% maximum. So obviously in that context, nano would be a great solution. And I believe industry partners would certainly move faster in that direction. The kind of brain power we have in terms of the expertise, the experience, the knowledge, should we not be the powerhouse in this area as well? Can we be the powerhouse? Can we aspire to be the powerhouse in fertilizer sector as well? Can we have new chemistry? Why not? Should we go to US or Europe to define new chemistry? Why we can't have new chemistry defined, designed, discovered, invented in this country? We can create chairs. We have brains. Can we request IITs to invest, to develop new chemistry? World-beating technologies, Nobel Prize winning technologies. Can we aspire for that? All the industry leaders are here. Can we really think in that direction and deliberate? Long way to go. We say organic biofertilizers and documents. I'm extremely happy because I was looking for, because we have about 41 biofertilizers we have defined and compiled recently by the ICAR institutions. So much of marketing is already happening. But we know the issues and concerns there with regard to biofertilizers. Rhizobium, the old technology, didn't go to the extent we expected. Issues of their self-life, the kind of competitiveness in the natural environments and various soil parameters in terms of chemical, in terms of physical and water and aerobic situation, all those non-aerobic situations, and quite an array of things are there which have impacted. So I believe the competitiveness, for instance, is a wonderful aspect to study. And when you use all these living systems in the field, and how do they colonize and what extent they are able to do, and what extent their life after a particular period to do the job. The novel fertilizers, whether it is liquid forms of biofertilizers and also chemical fertilizers, we have discussed all those in the Chintan Civil and Baitak. And that has been done, but I think there's a lot more to really do in that, and innovation is the key. We need to really innovate further in those sectors. And we can be the exporter. Can you, the industry leaders, be exporters 10 years down the line? 10 years down the line, it is super biofertilizer, bringing down nitrogen use by 50% or 60%, or P use or K use by 80%. Finding that kind of consortium and exporting to the whole world, including China. So I believe that that's the kind of expectation we should have, and determination to have, and investment to have. Certainly there are issues and concerns we have been discussing. Satish ji came once, and Raju ji, and the kind of problems industry was facing and all those we discussed. And I believe Secretary Fertilizer will be joining tomorrow. and earlier Secretary Mr. Raul, and before that there was, I have been there for 5.5 years. I have seen 2-3 secretaries there, and these issues have been discussed, and time and again. And you say that some of the issues have been already addressed, and but still there are issues remaining, and I believe that you will be able to address those. And there are many other things to talk about. I'm not going to really cover all those things. And I'm told there are going to be 16 different lectures, and you are going to be involved and listening to those lectures and various facets of fertilizer and crop response, which is very, very critical, and including the green production technologies and ammonia technology, green ammonia for instance, and 80% of which is used for fertilizer. And similarly, you are going to discuss the challenges to P&K fertilizer, and so on and so forth, and plant nutrient management, particularly integrated nutrient management, vis-a-vis the water management, and policy aspects, fertilizer control. So a whole lot of issues you are going to discuss, and I'm sure this discussion will be quite fruitful. Every year you have been discussing, and I have seen those recommendations, and after this, if you can have a small group meeting, and where you take this, we take these recommendations for us to do more research together, what we can do for industry to take them forward, for government in terms of policy. So defining further action points, they will be quite useful for us, and I'm sure we should be able to do that in a smaller group meeting after the seminar. So I take this opportunity to congratulate heartily all the award winners, and thanks profusely to the FAI and all of you, the fertilizer industry, for institutionalizing the incentivization process. And that's very, very important. The incentivization of achievement, the research and development, through awards and honors, actually pushes these frontiers further. And I'm sure these awards and honors would inspire all of us, those who have been rewarded and awarded, and take research forward, lift industry further to greater heights. I'm sure that would happen. And with special congratulations to Dr. K. Chaddha, despite his age, despite his situation, he has come here physically to receive the award. It's a privilege and honor for me and for all of us to confer this award on you. And you have been the grand old man of horticulture and the doyen of horticulture research, education and extension in this country. You have revolutionized this sector. You have built institutions to promote horticulture in this country, and we in ICAR know better than anybody else your contributions. So profuse thanks for coming, and the heartiest congratulations to you for your lifetime contribution to this sector. And also congratulations to other winners. I'm not going to take names, so every one of you. Thank you very much for inviting me to be here.